took the top bit back off here because I've realised there's some good storage space here. So I'm just tidying this up, and then I'll use this for storage, for cleaning products and stuff like that. That's all encased, and I've created myself a little compartment now. So I'm going to put this stuff back on top. What I've done now is cut a piece of ply to go over this piece. I'm just going to set that in now. The video I posted up from yesterday's work, I posted it up this morning, and it's already had like nearly 100 views. So it shows that, you know, it's a popular thing that people are doing, and the more people I speak to, the more they're saying, I'd love to do that, I wish I could do that. And you can, anyone can do it really. There we go, that's just extended that on now. So shower basin, as in wet room bit now. So I'll cut some ply ready for that. I haven't fastened that yet. You can see the construction there. I've bolstered that up a little bit there so it's nice and even. Same with that under there. That's just a nice tight fit, so it's gone in nice. And then this goes up to there, which slightly extends that, which is good. Then I'll put a piece across here, because what I'm actually doing is creating a shower tray with ply, and then that is what I'll put my wet floor in, you know, in here, and put the plug area there, because it's just a small area to stand. You just need a small tray. You don't need a, you know, a big area. You've got your area around here. Of course, all this will be, you know, it can be wet and water will run down and it will just drop straight into there. So that's absolutely fine. So I'll, you know, this, I just want to show you. Obviously, I'm going to lower that a little bit because I don't want it to be too much of a step to get into the shower room. But that's the sort of thing I'm creating, you know, so that it comes up to there. And yeah, I'll start putting the wet flooring in a bit. I've never done it before or anything, but that, I had the idea in my head. It's how I wanted it. It's what I wanted to create. Working with a wheel arch and everything else. And if it's wrong, then, you know, I'm just. But at least I had a go. But I'm sure somewhere along the line I can do this and make it watertight and functional. Just like I work with autistic people, and their bathrooms are sort of wet rooms and stuff, and that's where I got my inspiration from, because I was looking at how functional and practical it is. So it doesn't matter what mess they make if there's water everywhere. It's just swept along and it goes down the thing. And I thought that's perfect for in here. Make that so it's a wet flooring, you step in, it doesn't matter, it's straight down there. There's no cracking of a shower tray over age and stuff like that. So that's what I thought I'd do. So I'm just going to screw these in now so that they're all in position. And obviously, like I say, do the same with all of this, get all this into position. Now I've just got my last piece to cut, and then I'll create the shower tray floor, which I'll do at a slight ramp as well. What I've done is place some supports now, boxed it in, cut them to size. They're all ready for fitting, and then I'll put a piece across here then, and that effectively, although it looks a small space, how much room do you need? It is a camper van, you know, but I'll step into there, plenty of room for my feet, and I'll fit the, I think I'm going to fit the plug socket that area there, for the, you know, for the water to flow out, sort of thing. So when I've put this, then I will put some very thin pieces of wood across there to create a slight gradient to tip the water that way. There's the shower tray in all its glory. So I'll get the hole cut for that now. I made a tiny pilot hole as a guide, telling me where I needed to be. So I'm just going to drill to the side of that. Let's keep going a bit, let's keep going, eh? Let's have this thing out. Even easier, just to get it done. Now I've cleaned everywhere up, I just want to... It's probably not necessary, or even overkill, but it's my peace of mind. I just want to paint some of this varnish on. It won't harm the wood, but it's just to give it that little bit of added protection, because it's going to get clad in plastic. The only thing between the wood and water will be the plastic cladding. I don't want the wood to sweat or become mouldy or moist or rotten or anything like that. So that's the reason behind doing this. Even with that hole where I've cut, it's cut through a few layers of, you know, wood flooring and ply, and it will be sealed from underneath, but I'll still give it a little lick of varnish because I can. Sod off, wasp. It's that time of year and you're all angry because you're going to die very soon. Go on, get out. Just thought I'd get a few little bits done while that varnish was going off. This is my wet floor design. It's gone really hot again. Not bad for September. Not bad at all. This is actually a very thick but good quality linoleum. It was quite expensive on the roll, but this was an offcut which could barely be used really. I went to Carpetright, which is another chain in the UK, and the guys have got quite used to me coming in and out now. So they let me have this for a tenner, and that's worth a tenner of anybody's money. The key is, as long as you can seal it, it'll work fine. But what I haven't done is spared on the sealants. I'll show you later. I'm just getting this marked up now, ready for cutting. There we are. Okay, we can live with that. Can't live with that though, because it's not straight. But we can live with that. Lovely jabbly. Okay, I'll cut that now. I've just put a new blade in the Stanley knife. Get this cut down so it's a manageable piece. This is the first of my sealants that I'm going to use to stick the linoleum down to the shower, to, you know, the wooden shower base. Like I say, I've gone out to spend. This stuff is called Sticks Like Sht. But basically, yeah, it's supposed to be really good. So that's what I've gone for. Right, let's just cut a little hole in it and make a start. Get on with it. I'm entering into the realms of unknown here. I've not done this before. I've not built a wet room before. I've spoke to the fitter at work, and he says what I'm doing is no problems whatsoever. It's all doable. Don't panic, just get on with it. He says use good sealants, that's the key. So that is what I intend to do. Okay, before I cut any holes and things, let's get that in the gun ready. This is the second attempt. I had to reline it again to raise it up. It just wasn't sitting right, and Mrs. came home to me throwing all my toys out the pram, tantrums at dawn, everything. But luckily order has been restored again. Actually, there's a shorter one, isn't there? Does that reach? It do. There. So that's pinching down nice on that now. try that just to make sure. That squeezes that nice there, look. And this sealant all around the inside of there. Okay. What I'm going to do now, quality sealant that I'm putting in there. So now I've got that bit. I think what I might do is I'll put this side in ready, so that'll push that up. Which I think occasionally is this piece. Is it this piece? It looks like this piece. It looks like it could be the one. Right, I've cut that other piece out. I'm now just going to cut this last piece. It's not the most pleasant of jobs. And that closes in like that. So it's just a case of taking very tiny pieces off now, because you don't want to take too much away. That's good, that corner. That looks good, that corner now. Okay. Right, I shall secure that with some screws now. wasn't me burping, by the way, it was Tracy in the background.
Is it that loud?
I'm sure they'll let you know. Okay. I'll drill that in now. I'm not sure if we can see that where I'm working. Yeah, we can see where I'm struggling and mooching. Now we've got like a little bath system going on now. So I'll just tidy that up very slightly there. Now that pushes down, and that's nice and neat there. Same with that, very neat. And just this one, I think just a tiny bit needs to come off that. Literally. I'm being very careful not to cut through to the other line now. Scissors. Okay, now that I've got my corners and everything done, I am now filling it with sealant along here. This is the sticks like shit, and it does. So I had loads of trouble with it earlier. What? And it's just to stop any play with it, any moving up and down, just to give it a bit of an extra support. That's made for the job, isn't it? There, push that in, square it off nice. So on that side. Oh, that's beautiful. This is sanitary silicone sealant. Say that when you're pissed. And seals all parts of, you know, mold resistant, permanent water resistant seal, kitchen, bathroom, sanitary appliances. We're not planning on peeing in the shower, but you never know. You've got to plan ahead. So. And I got grey purposely because I thought it would look nice against the shower tray. Don't be put off by the noises, it's just the natives. Exactly. Okay, we have one shower tray done. Right, this is for the benefit of Adam Garza. This is Tracy. He says it'd be nice if you introduce your wife and your dad. So Dad's not here anyway, so but this is Tracy. She's my mentor, and she calms me down when I'm having a hissy fit and stuff like that, by letting me have my tantrum in the corner. But no, she supports me. Any projects that I do, everything, she always backs me all the way and stuff like that. And she is very camera shy and very self-conscious, so we're very lucky to get her on camera. So so yeah, for the benefit of Adam, thanks for watching, mate. And this is Tracy, and Tracy,
hi, Adam.
So there you go. Okay. Just a quick pointer, you know, when you're cutting holes in your van, or you're cutting through the floors or doing whatever and stuff like that, and you look at your van and you think, why is it rusting, or how comes that rust is so strong and stuff like that. Look at the width of that. That is the floor of this van. That's how thick it is, you know. So when you think about rust and corrosion from underneath, it doesn't have to go very far before it penetrates the other side and come through to the inside of the van, or vice versa. So that's why it's very important, if you can, to treat if you're building a camper van, do try and get it under sealed or wax oiled or something, because in the long run it will save your vehicle, because that's how thick your vehicle is on the sides and underneath and everything, especially those who own German vehicles, VWs, Mercedes and everything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they rot. Cheers. Right, I'm going to start putting stuff down on there. This is what I'm using. It's called Hollow Soffit, and you can get it from Eurocell. I spent about 70 quid in there getting trim and different stuff. But what appeals to me is it's 3 pieces together, you know, so the less joins the better every time. So what I've done is you've got that design on there, and then underneath you've got a flat design, which I'm going to use for the top of there. Have that nice and flat, and then this up the wall there to give it a bit of profile, you know. So I've cut the first piece. All I'm going to do with that now is just put a bit of sealant down, drop that, make a noise generally, scare people. So I'll put something like, again, just a loose bead, because it's only to put it in place really. Nothing fantastic. Doesn't need to seal it from anything. just needs to be a part, you know, of the bonding process. A spot of bonding. Right, very easy to cut with a jigsaw and very easy to use. And there you go, that is it. Look at that, all of that right across there in a one. Don't worry about these sharp edges and stuff like that, because obviously I have a plan for all of that. So there, that's one piece down, and that makes a hell of a difference already. You can see it's nice and bright. Right, I've cut this piece and measured it. And there we go. Look at that. Doesn't that transform it totally? So what I'll do, I'll put a little bit of sealant in that bead there as well. So a little bit. And then just a tiny bit, just to there we are. And that'll make sure that that's got a watertight seal there then, so that can be wet. There we go. What I've done now, fitted this piece in and slid it into the trim at the bottom. Okay, losing light now, and I'm trying to get as much done as I can before it turns. And also the angle is not great for trying to get some film in now, but you can see that's going in now. Just putting a tiny bead of silicone. Together and create a watertight seal. These slip very well into each other as well. I had a second thought. There's a bit of movement here, a bit more than what I wanted. So what I've done is put a little batten in there, which I'll put some nice centre screws just to, and that'll pull that in nice. See how that fits into that nice now? And what I've also, because this next piece that I cut is going to be slightly thinner, you know, less width than the other one, just got a small offcut, and because I've got the space behind there, slid that up to there, and just there, it gives me an idea of what I've got left to play with. But what I'm going to do is, rather than cut it exact to there, I'm just going to cut it slightly outside the line. So I'm going to mark that there, because I'm going to put a screw in there to pull that into there, because I've decided I wanted to get that in tight. All I've done is line this batten up just underneath there, pushed it in close, looked at where the centre of the batten is, made a little mark with a pencil there, down onto the next board and down onto the next board. So that gives me an absolute bang on place of where to put the screw, so that it's going to go straight into the batten. for me. It's gone in lovely. That's beautiful. There we go. Okay. I can now put some screws through that to secure it. At the moment I'm just doing little fiddly jobs where I've put a piece of trim up there, stuck that in, put my wire in for me, just me 12 volt because it's LEDs, very low draw on electricity, hence very thin wires, not required, don't need any big strong wires. And then that's gonna just go into there. So I've just put the batten across now for the door. So I'm just drilling the guide holes here. It's difficult to get a good camera angle now that the space is becoming a bit more confined, but what I've done is put this spar in here now, which gives me my door width, and I've just cut another spar which looks to be a bit of a tight fit, but that's good. There, and this, yeah, there we go, and that's going to go in where the door is. I will use one of the longer screws on this one because the wood can take it, plus it will be possibly used as a step as well. There we go. A lot of the work I've been doing now is all about bracing. So I've braced again here. Don't know if you could see that earlier, but basically if you are bracing stuff and you're using a framework like that, and if you can't get to these sides, then put a piece of wood underneath. Demonstration. Just basically, or you know, something like that. I put them that way on and drill through the frame and then screw it in there so that I've got plenty of wood there. Rather than that, it lessens the risk of splitting, and that will brace your wood and it will pull it to that frame. So just keep like this is nice and sturdy now. You know, that's of caravan quality. When you're walking around a caravan or a static home or something, there's always a bit of movement, but that feels nice and sturdy. So okay, I've slid the pieces in pretty much the same as I did on the back ones. They interlock into each other, bit of sealant down the middle, push them in. This has gone in really nice on here as well, it's gone in very well. Trying to resist putting screws into it, but I may have to just for that extra brace, just to hold it in. So again, the light's fading a bit now. I've cut another piece. I'm just feeding it in now. Just trying to keep it straight. It's a tight fit. There we go. Okay. And that's just slotted in there now. Right, this next piece has been cut, unfortunately, because there is just no room. I'm just showing you, I've filled this up with silicone, again, the grab adhesive. So the light is fading fast at the moment, so I'm having to use a torch as well. There we go. And and that's in there now. One tiny bit left to cut. I'm on my last sheet, so I am very pleased with the guys and myself at Eurocell with our measuring and working out. It looks like we've come up trumps, as they say. You can see now the shape of the shower tray that I've made. There, look. And see how the sealant has blended in very nicely with that. Obviously I've finished the edges off now, look, this part. And it's got the little sinkhole there. And now what I've started to do is put the trim on now, and I'm attached it with pieces of tape which just holds in place until the mastic goes off. Before I finish the bathroom off, I've got to just blank this piece off, so pop a piece of wood in, and I've checked it, it's nice and level. Flick through, there we go, nice and level. My little trusty tool again, so moving it out, so the less I have to cut the better, and then see it following the contour of the van. And I'll just do that again just to be on the safe side. There. And that gives me my line. There. So I've got a line to follow now. Shower tray in its finery there, look. And you see it's all nice, beautifully sealed, looks the part. Obviously, like I say, I've got these edges to tidy up and stuff like that, but I'm not worried about that yet. The main thing is done. Toilets in, everything like that. Okay. This is the next one. Tongue and groove in this. So thanks for tuning in, and like I say, thanks for everyone who's subscribed. And if you're doing a build, you know, do tell me what you're doing as well, because it's good to swap ideas and stuff like that. Okay, thanks again for watching. Cheers, bye. Oh, cue the music.